50, 52 of them joints. So this game, I'm cutting this shit. I might drop like 20. Cool, 20 and 10.
Attention all fans. We still have tickets to the future home game. To get yours, go to videogame.com or stop by our ticket booth today. Folks, don't forget to give us the game calendar day. Let's go to the Mycareer. That was sponsors of your The National Basketball Association and the Miami Heat are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt the play.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin.
And we beat them
joined
last
by
night,
Stan Van
about the record.
On mid-season, Stan, when you were coaching, would you still try out new plays and tactics and schemes? Or was the recipe set? Was the formula in and that was it?
Well, Kevin, the bulk of what you do is set, but you're always tinkering. And as people start figuring you out, you've got to have counters to what you're doing. So your system is always evolving. You're always trying to get better, and you're always doing new things.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got MP. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Adams in at the center position. Mitchell finds Adebayo. Pocket 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Steven Adams picks one up. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player. Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he could be inside.
Pass to Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Person. Adams, some nice D. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Milwaukee. Here's MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Talk about finishing with power. MP showing the rim no mercy there.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Here's Jerome, and he banks in the layup. Jerome's got his second basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jaquez outside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. To the inside. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, MP. Lillard outside. Adams sets the pick for Lillard. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And here's MP for 3. Rebound by the Heat.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jerome, good.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And maybe the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Adebayo being aggressive there. Quick release on the catch and shoot.
Here's MP, and MP throws it down hard.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Well, there's some recent news, and now on the phone we go to Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, what's going on?
Hey, Kevin. Getting closer to the trade deadline, the Raptors have not hesitated on taking action. They had been looking to make a deal for DeJounte Murray and finally pulled it off. I'm told his scoring and his ability to pester ball handlers made him very appealing to this team. And their hope is that he'll be a natural fit in the lineup.
Thank you, Shams. Great to hear from you as always. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, MP in the last game against the 76ers was superb. He contributed 51 points, and that was a season high for him in scoring. It was a night to remember. An amazing performance. Probably won't see a night like that anytime soon. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Unloads from 13. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat trail by 4. Jaquez the pass to Person. Jaquez against Kuzma. Adebayo with a screen on Kuzma. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jaquez. Miami no good on that time either. Milwaukee leading by 4. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Inside. It's stolen by Adebayo. Kuzma against Jaquez. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And a wide open look for MP. And that one's on target from the wing.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Mitchell against Giannis. Pass to Adebayo. Dives for it. It's stolen by Adams. Here's MP. And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So Steven Adams, he's checked in for Milwaukee. MP comes in for Bruce Brown. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got MP. Antetokounmpo is out there with Taurean Prince. And there's Jackson, and it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Bucks leading by 17. This league, Stan, and you've watched it and coached it for years, has the best players in the entire world. And some guys, though, can kind of be overlooked, like Terry Rozier, for instance.
Yeah, look, here's a guy who's averaged 28 points a game. He can create offense for other people. He plays hard, was an outstanding defender early in his career. He's an important piece for any team he's on.
And what speed, and Stan, what athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. This guy's somebody who shouldn't be under the radar.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Person comes in for Anderson, and it's Ty Jerome in for Terry Rozier.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's Russell, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And they recover it. Jovic, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Jerome. Adams defending. Pass to Person. Outside, Russell. Here's Jovic. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Jovic has got 5.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Here's MP. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And that one is good from Jerome.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
MP passes to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Great delivery on the pick and roll. MP with a good sense of timing.
The Heat trail by 16. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a two-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Higgins outside, shoots the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lillard from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mitchell against Lillard. Person with a screen on Lillard. Here's Mitchell, and stolen by Lillard. Fast break, Milwaukee, and stolen by Wiggins. Pushing it up. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
Giannis kicks to Kuzma. MP passes to Antetokounmpo.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Person with a screen on Giannis. Here's Adebayo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, MP. 3-pointer.
Money.
Rebound by
That's
Mitchell.
bogus.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat.
Dude,
Trailing by 19.
my bad.
They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
You know, it seemed like once it went to overtime, the confidence from both teams just really seemed to go in opposite directions. And unfortunately for them,
They won.
on the wrong side of that equation.
A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. The Bucks on top, up 19. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, everybody. Before we dig into the game at hand, let's first catch you up on the trades happening around the NBA. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuffed between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel
good point.
sandwiched between two great debaters. Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Miami Heat.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the
Good job.
first
We had
half,
to
but
look the whole
maybe
thing,
things will
go
tighten
through
up here in the
the-
second. You
do
look
a
at
good
MP in this
detour.
one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first two quarters.
My passing
Well,
not
it's
even out of
nothing
the
new
way.
for
It's
him.
there.
They are at their best when he's setting the table like that.
We've got Jaime Jaquez. Person is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's
Hey,
Mitchell.
ah.
And it's Jerome in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Down low. Adebayo against Giannis. Now here's Adebayo. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, Adebayo never shies away from contact. He's so aggressive and forces the defense's hand.
And the second free throw, good. They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
And we haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an
You love him.
all-defense consideration.
You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Adams sets the pick for MP, and it's blocked.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Jaquez outside. Person against Adams. Here's Person. Still yet to score. Shoots over Adams. Person no good.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys. And a great time to check out the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up across the league. Taking a look at Toronto, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Milwaukee, they're still sorting out their roster, trying to find a way to unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will. And that could change, though, at any moment.
Jaquez, a three-pointer is right on target. Jaquez has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Jaquez doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he can hit those when he's feeling it.
And it's in there.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Jaquez outside. Back to Mitchell. Adebayo against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Jerome. To the paint. Here's Person. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Floats it up for Giannis.
Great read by MP, showing he has a sense for when someone is open.
The Heat trail by 15. Instead, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
Mitchell outside. Person, the pass to Jerome. 6 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Adebayo. Lays it up off the glass. Adebayo's got 7 points.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
And some changes here for the Heat. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Jaime Jaquez. Terry Rozier comes in for Jerome. And it's Russell in for Mitchell. The Bucks also with the sub. Jackson's checked in.
I let it go a little late, too.
The Heat have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Over in the corner, Rozier. To the middle. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
MP, no good. So Rozier will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 15-point game. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Person kicks to Adebayo. The 11-footer and the rejection by MP. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Pass to Wiggins. Wiggins, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Adebayo. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Jackson misses.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Miami no good on that time either.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced.
Making a change here. Anderson's checked in. MP's checked in for the Bucks. Setting the floor for the Bucks. MP out there with Jackson. Then there's Prince. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Mycareer in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Wiggins. The layup off target. Bucks leading by 19. In the corner, it's MP.
I can get a foul?
They get it back.
I'm my own boy.
Mycareer passes to MP.
Money.
And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Giannis against Russell. A 3-ball. And Jovic gets it to go.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
Readiness is so important, and the moment he saw his opening, MP was ready to attack.
The Heat trail by 18. And here is Rozier over Jackson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Rozier's got his first 2 points. Milwaukee's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's touched by MP.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
So both teams making some changes here. Heat have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins.
Now in the game, number 11, Jaime.
Person against Adams. Back to Jaquez. Adebayo with a screen for Jaquez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building to a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcast as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Now it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Screen by Adams. MP passes to Adams. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 8th assist in the game. Pass to Person. And here is Mitchell. Here's Jerome. Tries it from the top of the key, and the jumper is on the mark.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
MP with it. Now defended by Adebayo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the paint. Giannis dunks it down.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Jerome, no good.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bucks.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
I'm gonna get dirty.
Continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis.
Well, he was all about the rim protection in this one. His defensive presence was felt from the get-go.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Jovic passes to Wiggins, and the shot goes in. Milwaukee's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. MP, bucket is good. MP's got 30.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
MP with it, and it's Johnson picking him up.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Known as a ferocious scorer, Rozier is also solid at knowing when to give it up.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. MP passes to Mamu Kelishvili. Kicks it out to MP. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win to come into an opponent's building and dominate the...
I know what's going on. That was a good game. And make sure y'all like, comment, and that sub. We're gonna be back with some more videos. You dig?